YouTube, what's going on today? How you doing? Hope you're all well. Special hello to my 20 beautiful followers. You can't be wrong for following me, can you really? No chance. Today's video is basically, it's going to show the last time that I have to take off the dressings of my pin sights. I then go get showered, which you're not going to see. And then when I come back again, I'll show you what I do about redressing the pin sights, because tomorrow morning it's all coming off, and then it's just a case of looking after the wounds afterwards with no pins running through them. So I've been doing this once a week, every week. Go get a shower, take everything off, and then when I come back, redressing. I've actually found it pretty stressful. Because you're kind of wondering what are you going to see underneath, because I just leave them alone during the week. I don't touch them. I just think the more, unless you have to, the more you touch them, the more there's a potential that you can get some dirt in there, bacteria or something like that. So what I do, and this is just me, you do whatever you want, whatever your doctor tells you to do, you do exactly that. I'm just telling you what I do, is leave it alone. If you notice that some of your dressings are either getting a little bit bloody, which is sometimes happen with some swelling, some of the pin sites will open because, you know, they're all open wounds at the end of the day. They're not closed. The body will be trying to close them. And for all of you with frames, you should have already been told about something called tenting, where the skin tries to grow up the actual pin itself. It hasn't happened to me, thankfully, for whatever reason. Don't know why it happens, why it doesn't happen to some people. I really have no idea. I just know it hasn't happened to me. I've had some instances, say with this one here, where I do get a little bit of blood through there. There seems to be more of a cut on that one compared to all the others. And I seem to get a lot more, should we say, discharge. So it's kind of like a crystally yellow solution. So sometimes it's a little bit bloody, but not much. Sometimes it's more of a kind of, as I say, just kind of like a crystally sort of way. And we'll see if we've got some. I reckon we've definitely got something underneath here, because I can basically see it can get a bit crusty on the outside. It can get a bit hard. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, we're just going to take them off, see what's underneath, and then off we go, get showered, come back, dress them for the final time. So I'm sorting the camera out, so you're just going to get one side. So we'll see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. So this one. The other thing I tend to notice as well is, and this is just for me, even though I tend to get a bit of blood through this one because of a swelling if I stand up for too long, these ones over here, I've got 3 pins on one side, so 3, so therefore I've got 3 and 3 on the other side. They're the ones that cause me a little bit more pain. My knee at night time tends to want to move, so there's a lot of kind of bending. I have a lot of dreams about running. I have a lot of dreams about playing football left-footed, even though I'm right-footed, and even though I'm actually quite rubbish at football. So that's a bit weird. And I actually think that what happens is during my dreams, let's get on with it and talk, that my brain kind of just wants that leg to carry on working, and it's just trying to wake up. So I've got these plastic stoppers. I haven't had to change them at all from start to finish. I got given some just in case they broke, but none of them broke. Everything's been fine. So yeah, actually, yeah, we can see with this first one. I'll just take this off. Crusty. So we've got this as such. So there's a little bit of discharge. Let's see if I can move the camera to there. So it's a little bit red. It has been a bit sore, but if you've had a look at the previous video, then you would have known that my frame's kind of moved around a little bit. and caused me a bit of pain. So I actually think that's what it's a bit red. No infection on there whatsoever, just a little bit red, a little bit sore, but that's over the last few days of what's happened. So let's see how the others go. So let's take this off. I'm always a little bit apprehensive, not because it hurts, but I don't know, you just feel as though it could hurt, and I'm not a fan of this bit. I hear or I read some people are really enjoy when they change their pin sites and go and get a shower. And don't get me wrong, the shower bit is really, really nice, but this bit, I'm not a fan. So I'm finding this one just a little bit difficult to get off. So you just got to try and wiggle it, and also I've got hairy legs, so it's a little bit awkward. There we go. So that's up there, and let's see how we go. So yeah, again, so we're definitely going to get some discharge. Let's peel that off. I tend to go slow. I don't like going quickly. Maybe you should go quick and just take it off. So we'll get a little bit there as well, but again, no real issues with the actual wound itself. Hopeful that as soon as the pins actually come out, they'll just scab over, and I won't really have to worry about them for too long. You still got to look after them. Well, I'm going to obviously hear from the surgeon afterwards about how to look after all this stuff, but I imagine it's exactly the same as I've been doing. Look after them, make sure they don't get dirty. I'll be able to get showered every day, which will be quite nice. There we go. Let's see how we go on this one. It's been causing me a lot of pain these last few days, and let's see what we've got. So not too bad. There's a lot of indentations in the leg, and I've heard some people they stay, and I've heard from some other people it kind of comes back again. But yeah, so what I'll do, I'll crack on. If I notice anything, I'll give you guys and girls a shout, and I'll give you a show if you want. But apart from that, I'll get the rest of it done, get myself showered, and I'll be back to give them a dressing. See you soon. Bye bye. I actually thought once we're all off, I may as well show everybody what's actually going on, just in case you kind of like. I wanted to see, not for any sick reasons, but for any of you out there, it's. I don't know, it's quite, as I say, it's quite a nervy moment. You don't know what's right, you don't know what's wrong. For people who aren't in this situation, you're just probably just thinking this is gross and just moving on to the next video, which, I can't blame you at all. But for the people who are in the same position as me and have to do this on a weekly basis, I've only had to do this for 3 months. I know people who have had these frames on for 2-3 years. So, they're doing it on a weekly basis, and not great for them. I also know what I was like when it first started. You're searching around for information, you want to know what's going on, and obviously as each week goes by, you just get more and more experienced and a lot more calm with the situation-ish. So, got the top pin. I'll see if I can get that zoomed in. How do I do that? I've got to take those off. There we go. So that one is a little bit red. It's been causing me a little bit of pain over the last few days, but it's absolutely fine, no problems at all. And then we come across to the inside. I'm not very good at camera work, sorry about that. We'll see what we can do. So there, it all looks as good as it gets, really. There, dry, crusty, no real issues. That there, and then bottom ones there. And if we, obviously as they go in one way, they've got to come out the other way. So showing you the top. This one, if I can get this, I'm rubbish. Sorry about the camera angle. It's only me. That one there, it's a little bit sore, but no issues at all. And the one down here, let's see if I can get a camera angle at it. That one there. This one hasn't actually been sore at all, but you can see there's a much deeper cut. Spoke to the surgeon about that and showed him it, and he said it's no problems whatsoever. He's not worried about it. So again, as soon as the pin comes out, that'll just start healing over. I've got all my nutrients, I've got my vitamins and things like that, and got myself some homemade massage cream which I've made myself, which has really helped. And then those ones there. So that's my leg. Hopefully yours looks good as well and you're having no issues. One thing I do have to say as well is before you do this, don't forget to wash your hands. Please wash your hands beforehand. What you don't want to be doing is you don't want to be playing around with these areas and you've got something on your skin, on your fingers, and accidentally it goes into one of the pins, one of the wounds, and you get an infection. That is the last thing you want. You do not want infection at all. You want to try and stay away from it as much as possible. I know people who have got infection and they're just in pain. The other thing as well is the infection can go through along the line of a pin and can actually get into the bone as well, and that is a big no-no. Also, the reason why you don't want infection so close to surgery is they just won't operate. They'll say get rid of the infection and come back for surgery. So as long as you haven't got the infection, you can just carry on going as normal. So shower time. I'll be back soon. So back from a shower, all clean. It's so nice to get a shower. The preparation work to get there isn't nice, but once you're actually inside, yep, it is bliss. So legs dry, frame's dry, and then got everything ready here. So I've got cleaning solution. I've got the wipes, which I'm going to clean all the pin sites with, and then I've got the padding to go over the top, and obviously there's my scissors to cut it all up. Just remember, when you are going to use whatever scissors it is to cut up your pads and your gauze, what I tend to do is give it a quick spray. Basically, I just think it's a bit of a disinfectant. So if you've got anything on your scissors which may be not great, and if you think you're going to be using the scissors, putting it onto your gauze, and if you do have anything on there, it's going to stay on there and it may go back onto the leg. So one bit of gauze, spray that. I've got one hand on the camera, the other hand I'm going to be doing this. So spray that, try not to get on the bed, and then this first one's going to be horrible. So I said to you before that that top one is a little sore. We get that and we put it on there and it fucking hurts. It's just a sting, it's just a little sting. Remember, compare it to actually when you broke the leg, it's nothing. It's absolutely fine, no problems at all. Keep telling yourself that over and over again, and there we go, everything's fine. So move it around, clean the pin, and just back again, dab around. So the sting is the alcohol. Try not to rub. You find that sometimes if you do rub, then the wound may open up again. And then once that one is done, you get rid of that. You get your next one and spray it, and you do single one for each individual pin site until you're finished, and then we move onto the actual padding itself. So all pin sites are now clean, There they are. They'll be thrown away later, and I've got my top bits all ready. Each one's quite difficult because I've only got one hand, and the other one's controlling the camera. So one of these pads I cut through the middle, slide it. Oh, let me show you. Slide it on as such. Pop it down, and just make sure. Try and get it in focus for you. Just make sure it's nice and closed. I've got one of these big bars. So what I do with that is cut straight down the middle and then just cut across. So it's like half a Y. That's the way I was taught to do it, half a Y. And then let me just swap hands here so I can get through this bit. So it goes through here as such. Then it goes through the half Y. And then we pop that down and close it up, and then I'll firm it down a lot more once I've got my other hand available, and then I'll get every single one of them done, and that is me done for, I was going to say another week, but obviously I get my frame taken off tomorrow, so that's me done with all that sort of stuff. Happy days. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found it informative. If you did, leave a like. If you need anything, leave a comment, ring the bell, subscribe. I'll see you next time, and yeah, speak to you later. Bye.